The issue of unemployment and lack of inclusive quality education have remained huge challenges for persons with disabilities, particularly the youth, as the country has few ill-resourced schools that can cater for their educational needs. The situation worsens for most of them after graduating from school with no jobs, as some institutions refuse to offer them employment, mostly because of their disabilities. According to many PWDs, they are forced to start school late in life since their parents could not afford to send them to the few special schools which are mostly far from their homes, having a great toll on their education.
Actually, the youth have a very big challenge. Our basic education, we don't have one. And those who are able to enroll their kids go to school without the necessary materials. And looking at what the population youth age is saying, 15 to 35, that is when we also start school. So to me, I don't see where I fall or my people fall under this. But I am thinking, I'm suggesting to the government, the NGOs, individuals who can help us. Maybe a school can be set aside so that we can get the necessary education we want. Let's say the crèche, the nursery, the primary, we can get it before getting to this age, 15 to 34 years, and then entering the basic school.
The 2010 National Youth Policy was intended to provide guidelines for all stakeholders involved in the implementation of policies, programs and projects for the development of the youth, but stakeholders believe it needs to be reviewed to capture the needs of all, including persons with disabilities, hence the consultative meeting. It brought together several representatives of disability groups across Ghana to deliberate on what needs to change or be added to the policy to meet their current demands. Speaking in an interview with the news team, CEO of the National Youth Authority, Emmanuel Asigri, said his outfit will ensure the inputs made at the meeting are well noted and become part of the new policy that will soon be completed after several other consultations with other groups.
We have brought on board the disability groups, just as you have indicated, because we didn't have them in the last one. And it's not just the disability, persons with disability, but even with women who come as a special, body. And I would not want to fault those who, put the last document together. If you look at the review policy which we are going through now, apart from these two groups that we are looking at, even the targeted areas, we have gone into some places that were not captured in the last document. And you would have realized that the developmental process does not get to stay still. You have things coming up as we move on. Disability issues, started gaining some prominence within our development space not too long ago. And so I want to believe that at the time this document was being done, probably that part had not been thought of. And that's why this time around we have brought them together and we are seeking to take first-hand information from them.
The youth policy is intended to help the country demonstrate its commitment to all international conventions and charters it has signed relating to the youth.